So Sunday night at the end of the Super Conference, we've been going for 3 full days. Every day starting at noon. 2 rooms going at the same time. We got the main stage, we got the breakout room, and at this whole time too, there's all these informal conversations and small group stuff going out in the halls and wherever. The end of 2 nights out in field, and then a lot of guys got there early on Thursday so they could take advantage of some of the pre-programmed stuff. So we're pretty, by this point, there's been a ton of material, and you've gotten a flavor from it on this DVD set, but there's been a ton. And this is kind of at the moment where we pull back a little bit, and we take advantage of the fact that we've got some very sophisticated guys here that have seen and worked with everybody, and we really try to find out, okay, who helped you the most, who made the biggest impact on you. And it's not just on the main stage. It's in the breakout room. It's in the halls, in the private conversations, at the Q&As, and then, of course, out in field at the bars and the clubs. And we go through that a little bit. We count down from the top 10. Number 10 was 5.0, who you saw on his 200% social proof presentation. So that was a pretty big deal for him, and something we were pretty excited about. Number 9 was a gentleman called Biscuit, who you haven't seen on these DVDs. He didn't appear on the main stage, but was a force everywhere else. And he's actually a French-speaking, Quebec-based instructor. Got a pretty interesting blog as well. I'll put the link on the screen for you here. And just recently as well, they filmed him teaching one of his boot camps and on one of Canada's national TV shows. So you can go check out his blog, check out his teaching style, and so on. But he was a real force and made a ton of impact on guys and sort of one-on-one stuff. Mr. M, who you've probably heard of, turned into be he got number 8. He was on the main stage, but we didn't get him onto the DVD set. He is one of the thought leaders of Love Systems. I mean, he's been involved in so many different activities. He produced the Beyond Words set that everyone's talking about, but he's also the co-author of the book on phone and text game that's with Braddock as well on that. He is an inspiring story because he's about 5'2", 5'3", of Asian descent. So he's got at least in popular culture, not the type of person that's necessarily picking up Playboy models. But not only is there sort of a fairly well-known story of him picking up a Playboy model, but he did it actually at his hotel while teaching a boot camp. So you have all these students there watching from the other end of the hallway as he picks up this Playboy model, and it's a great story. You can I think you can see it on the attraction forums. We'll post the link below as well for you. There. So Mr. M is definitely an inspiring guy, and it's no surprise that he got in the top 10 as well. Number 7 is Soul. He's made the top 10 every year, and he won the first time we did this. Really doesn't need any more introduction or comment. Jeremy Soul is really one of the most inspiring Love Systems instructors out there. 6 is Keychain, who you saw. And so then we get into our top 5. Number 5 was a gentleman called Big Business. He's also got a career that's a little bit incompatible with being a Love Systems instructor, so unfortunately we don't have him on this video. But he is best known for being an expert in humor and improv, and that's why he actually teaches a 1-day program on humor, improv, and attraction. So that skill that helps you really think on your feet, deliver quick, witty responses, have the right thing to say, especially when she's testing you, especially early on in a conversation. We did a lot of this stuff in the breakout room as well, so it's a lot of one-on-one exercises, but he also gave a killer main stage presentation. He is a Love Systems master instructor based out of New York, name of big business, somebody you should definitely check out. Number 4 is Cajun. He's never been lower than number 4 in any year that we've held the Super Conference. So a lot of same people every year, but a lot of different people every year. But it seems that no matter what topic he's talking about, no matter what year it is, no matter who's there, everyone loves Cajun. Everyone's inspired by Cajun. Definitely, every time I'm out with him, I see something new that's really exciting. Number 3 was last year's winner, Future. And I've already talked a lot about Future on these DVDs, but just to say that, there's no end of the stuff that you can learn from Future, whether it's day game, whether it's dates, whether it's same night escalation, whether it's breakthrough comfort. I mean, he just, from breakthrough comfort, which is at the very extreme of, having a girl fall in love with you instantly, all the way over to pulling a girl home from 10 minutes in a bar. He's got all of it. He's got from day game to night game and everything in between. So he's just such a well-rounded love systems expert, big contributor on the interview series, and, of course, the originator of Breakthrough Comfort. Number 2 is Braddock, who you only kind of got to see him on the main stage kind of video within the video. But what he did on his presentation was broke down some infield footage of basically him and Dax pulling girls left and right out of bars and clubs and taking them back to his hotels. And so on. Not stuff that we can put on a DVD set, unfortunately, but Braddock, very, very inspiring guy, teaches great boot camps. I mean, we collect feedback from every boot camp that you get. I mean, every time that you take a boot camp or a super conference or whatever, you get a pretty detailed feedback form. We add all of this stuff up, and Braddock is always consistently near the top of the list in terms of the impact that he's making on guys. And the fact that he had a second place out of the super conference, while he had pink eye, by the way. So he was walking around with sunglasses and not shaking anybody's hand because he didn't want to infect them. So to do that was definitely an accomplishment. And Braddock is somebody that you're going to be seeing a lot more of in 2011. And for the number 1 winner out of all the super conference presentations, well, rather than me tell you, why don't I just show you?